Last year was the biggest year for prop firms, and there were too many things that happened and changed the industry for better. And the events from last year filtered out the firms that were not reliable, not trustworthy, and was lacking leadership. And most importantly, every firm had to introduce bunch of different rules to reduce the risk on their side. And all the events led to a better future for prop firms, and I believe industry now is way better as there are more reliable prop firms out there which are quite better than what they used to be last year. So that's why I have decided to make a detailed video to talk about top 3 prop firms, so that if you are looking to become a funded trader and you need to know which firm is the best and why, you have a list of 3 top prop firms to choose from. Now whatever I'm going to be sharing in this video is solely my opinion. Don't take this as a financial advice. So yeah, let's jump on to the video and see what are the top 3 prop firms that I recommend. So at number 3 is FundedNext. Now there is a reason why I am putting FundedNext as number 3, is because FundedNext has been funding traders for quite few time now. It's been over a couple of years, almost 3 years since they started funding traders. They started FundedNext and they have done pretty much a great job in all the events over the past few years. Now when we're talking about FundedNext, one of the key highlight that I would like to point out, it's not a sponsored video. I own a prop firm as well, but I'm still putting FundedNext at number 3 because the 15% profit share that you get from the challenge phase, that means, let's say if you have a target of 10% on a 100k account, that's $10,000. If you pass the challenge phase 1 and phase 2, you reach your funded account stage, with your first profit split you're going to get 15% added bonus, additional bonus from phase 1 profits and phase 2 profits. That means that will be 15% of a $10,000 amount that you made, the profit that you made on a 100k account, and 15% of a 5% profit target, which is 5,000 on 100k for phase 2. That's going to be extra $2,250 that you will get with your first profit split because of the 15% profit share. And traders, they love it. That's the reason why there are so many traders that take FundedNext account. They have over 27,000 reviews, which is a really great thing as well, with an overall rating of 4.6. Now moving down, I want to talk about one of another feature that I like. It's once you request a payout and your payout is approved, get paid within 24 hours. Or they pay you extra $1,000. That's an incredible thing. But coming at number 2, the prop firm that I'm going to share with you, they offer you granted payouts within 12 hours as well. So that's something that I personally like a lot, that once you're requesting a payout, your account is approved for withdrawal, you should be getting paid as soon as possible, instead of you having to wait for like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days in order to get your request approved and then get your payout. So there is that. They have done over 105 million in rewards. To be honest, these things, 105 million or any monetary value number any firm has done, I don't believe that matters, because we have seen last year the funded trader program who also did like the same amount of payouts, they also went out of business. There was a smart prop trader, went out of business. Funded peaks went out of business, even though they did like couple of million in payouts overall, if I'm not mistaken. My forex fund had to be shut down because of the things that they were doing. So that number doesn't really matter, but it's a good thing. Yes, they have paid $105 million overall to all their prop traders. Now they have quite few challenges. I'm not gonna go in detail. The reason why I'm not gonna go in detail is because it will be then probably like a 1 hour long video just to cover the 3 firms. I'm gonna be highlighting the main things. They have a challenge called Stellar Light, Evaluation, and then an Express model. Express model is something completely different. It's not a challenge. My personal favorite here is Stellar. The reason for that is because in evaluation you get limited time to pass the evaluation, like phase 1 and phase 2. So that's something that I don't really like, but Stellar or Stellar Light are my most favorite. So I'm gonna go in a little bit of details. Let's say if you are choosing Stellar, they have option of 2-step and 1-step. I never recommend you go for 1-step, but it's up to you. If you're a trader who likes 1-step, definitely 1-step is also an option where the profit target is 10%. You get 3% daily loss limit, 6% overall loss limit. You have to trade minimum 2 days and you get up to 95% profit split. Just so you know, up to 95% doesn't mean that it's going to be a 95% profit split by default. It's going to be available for you during the checkout as an add-on. News trading is allowed and you can request a withdrawal, your first reward, after 5 days. As you can see, add-on for Stellar is lifetime payout of 95%, 150% 150% reward, double up, and no minimum trading days. As in one step here, it is two minimum trading days. Looking at two step, this is where I like it a lot. It's 8% for phase 1, 5% for phase 2. You get 5% daily loss limit and you get 10% overall loss limit. Having 5 minimum trading days and up to 95% profit split, it's the same. News trading allowed, and you get your payout after a month. So first payout is after a month, that you should know. The good thing is, let's say if you are taking $100,000 account, which is only for 549, you will be getting $1,950, 15% profit share from challenge with your first profit split. If you have this 150% reward, that means with your first profit split, if you pay let's say 500, you will get $750 back. So that's something really cool about them. However, it's up to you whether you want to go for add-ons or not. But by default, if you take the account, it's $1,950 for a 100k account from the evaluation phase that you're going to get with your first profit split. So there is the highlight of Stellar. When it comes to Stellar Lite, you get 4% daily loss limit, 8% overall loss limit. Your phase 1 target here is 8%, phase 2 is 4% instead of 5% here. That's the reason the daily loss and maximum overall loss limit is quite low as compared to Stellar. Minimum trading days here are 5. Profit split up to 95%. News trading is allowed during the challenge phase, and first reward is after 21 days, which are 3 weeks. When it comes to evaluation, it's a limited time that you have to pass phase 1, phase 2. I don't really recommend doing it, so let's skip it. And I don't like their express model, so let's skip that as well. Now, Stellar is probably one of the best one. You can go for Stellar Lite as well. But I do recommend, before you take the challenge, make sure that you go to their FAQ. You understand each and every single rule of Funded Next for Stellar Lite, for Express, for evaluation model. Any model that you're going to be taking your account with, make sure that you read each and every FAQ. The reason why I'm saying you have to read, because it's really important, and traders, they don't really focus on it. When it comes to prop firms, you need to know what are the rules out there. Are you going to be able to make profits? Do you think the rules are good? Then and only then you should take the account. So that's why I always recommend, make sure to check out FAQ, because in FAQ section is where all your frequently asked questions are, all of your trading rules are. So you have to make sure that you read every single rule. Moving on to my second firm, which is my own firm, and there is a reason why I am putting it on the second number. I could have put it on first number, but that's not going to be an honest review. That's going to be more like a biased review, that I am really biased towards my firm. Instant funding, no wait, just trade, without any consistency rule. You will be getting a $25,000 account for as little as $249 before any sort of discount. Right now, when you're watching this video, we are running a 35% off. That's going to be way cheaper price for a monthly subscription. I will explain to you what monthly subscription is, but you can 2x your account with every 10% profit. So far we have paid out 112,000. It's more than that now, because today my team is sending one payout which is over 20k. So it's going to be 135,000 something in total payouts that we have sent. Over 1700 traders have joined Funded Squad so far from 68 different countries. And yeah, the Funded Squad, why I'm putting it on number second, why do traders love it? Because of the lowest profit target on the two-step challenge. While industry standard hover around 8 to 10%, we challenge the norm. At Funded Squad, trade the way you want with the lowest profit target of 6%. So that way you can focus on your gameplay without the pressure of unrealistic targets. We offer instant funding, where you get $25,000 instant funding for $249, which is a monthly subscription, $50,000 for $449, again a monthly subscription. However, there is another account that we launched, which is $10,000 instant funded account for one-time fee of only $219. All of that without any consistency rule. Scaling plan, as I said, you can grow your account by 100% with every 10% profit split. Your daily drawdown and your overall drawdown is also scalable. Then comes payout. Once you request a payout and team approves your payout, if you followed all the rules which are mentioned on the FAQ, if we do not send you a payout within 12 hours, then you get $1,000 extra. And trust me guys, when I tell you, average payout sending time is right now between 7 to 8 minutes. So can you imagine, once your payout is approved, you're getting paid instantly. There is no need for you to wait for 2, 3, 4 days. That's the best thing about Funded Squad. The process, as it's the usual three-step process where you have to first choose, evaluation, then you pass the evaluation, then you become a funded trader. But with Funded Squad, it's the opposite. You can skip all the evaluation if you're going for the instant funding model. Start the instant funded account without having to worry about consistency rule, without having to worry about how you're going to be, trading. What if your payout will not be approved? Without all of those worries, you can start trading, reach a profit threshold of 5%, and you will be able to request your payout. Now, when I say reach a profit of 5%, that means you have to trade first of all minimum of 5 days, and then you have to make 5% in order to request a withdrawal. So some of you may be thinking, oh, but there is a profit target. It's not a profit target, guys. Imagine in two step or one step where you have to first make a profit target, then you get the funded account, then whatever you make on that funded account, then you request a payout, you get a percentage of it. Here, once you reach 5% profits on your account, you're instantly getting paid. You don't have to move to another funded account stage, then make profit, then request a withdrawal. No, as soon as you are at 5%, request a withdrawal, that's it. You're getting paid. You get 3% daily loss limit as it's an instant funding account. 6% overall loss limit, which is not a trailing drawdown, by the way. That's the cool thing about Funded Squad as well. We don't offer trailing drawdown in our instant funding. It's smart drawdown, which means once you start making profit, it trails with you, but it locks at -3%. That means whether you are up 10% on your account, whether you're up 20% on your account, whether you're up 4% on your account, your overall drawdown will stay at -3%. The reason for that, because we wanted to make sure that our traders have more flexibility. They don't have to worry about what if the account goes back to initial starting balance, they will lose the account. Just like with any other firm who offer instant funding. We don't do that here. By default, you get 60% profit split on 25K and $50,000 accounts. It's scalable up to 100%, but on $10,000 account, it's only 60%. There are no consistency rule. Your leverage is 1:10. Payout cycle, payout on demand. Whenever you reach 5%, you request a payout. And for 10,000, there is no scaling plan. For 25,000 and 50,000, there is a scaling plan, and you can grow your account up to 1 million. Now, moving to $10,000, the price here is $219 before any discount. Right now, with a 35% discount, this account is for only $142, guys. $25,000 account, one-time fee is $1,099, but you don't have to pay that. You can start trading with $249, and that too with a 35% off. It's going to be only $162 that you're going to be paying. So with $162, you're going to get $25,000 instant funded account, and also free $5,000 two-step challenge account if you take the account from the link in description with the code that I have added. Now moving on to the $50,000 account, that's $449 monthly subscription, and after a 35% discount, it's only $292. Now, $292, and then you get $10,000 two-step challenge account for free. If you take a $10,000 instant funded account, you get $5,000 two-step challenge account for free after 35%. It's same thing for one step, same thing for two step. The offer is valid for all the account types. One step challenge profit target is 9% instead of 10%. You get 3% daily loss limit, 6% overall loss limit, minimum trading days. You have to trade for minimum of 3 days in order to move from step 1 to step 2. Trading period, it is unlimited, and $100,000 account cost $679 before any discount. When it comes to two step, 3% daily loss limit, which for a lot of you may be very low, but as we offer 6% profit target, which is the lowest in the industry, so there is that. You get 8% overall loss limit. Again, this is not a trailing drawdown, it's an absolute drawdown. We used to offer trailing drawdown, but we changed it to absolute drawdown for our traders. Leverage, you get 1:30 in all step 1, step 2, and also on funded stage. Payout cycle here is bi-weekly. For one step, it is also bi-weekly. And refundable fee, before any discount, it's $649. And as I said, guaranteed payout within 12 hours, or you get $1,000 extra bonus. That's a cool thing that every trader likes about Funded Squad. Moving on to my number one prop firm. It's FTMO. Now, I could have put Funded Squad at number 1, but that's not, going to be an honest review. FTMO is there since 2015. They have seen everything. They are the biggest firm right now. So it will not be legit. It will not be my honest opinion if I don't put them at number 1. Any person that you are watching, if they don't talk about FTMO as the biggest prop firm, probably the videos that they are putting, they are sponsored. So you need to look out for that as well. FTMO, They still only offer two step, which is you have to pass step one. It's the standard since 2019 when I first did my FTMO challenge. It's standard $100,000 account, $10,000 account minimum, maximum. They added that few years ago to 100K. Back in the days, it was only 100K. Here, you get 10% overall drawdown limit. You get 5% daily drawdown limit. You have to trade minimum of 4 days. You have to make 10% on phase one, 5% on phase two, and then there is no profit target on the funded stage. The refundable fee here is 1080 euros for 200K account, 540 euros for 100K account. One thing you should know about FTMO, they don't really run any discounts. You don't see them offering any discount. You don't see them lowering down the price. So 540 euros is going to be 540 euros, whether you like it or not. So FTMO, they set the industry standard back in the days. They still have the same account model, two step. They still have the same profit target, which is 10% phase one, 5% phase two, and they still are the biggest pro firms. They don't do any discounts. So FTMO is the biggest one. It's up to you if you are a trader who likes to trade with some sort of consistency rules, because once you pass FTMO challenge and you are risking 2-3% per trade, FTMO will limit you to a lower leverage on the funded account stage as well as 1% risk per trade. So that's something you need to look out for. However, with FTMO, you have to follow rules, you have to make sure you're not over risking, and you will be getting paid. With FundedSquad, there is no consistency rule at all in FundedSquad. You get instant funding from a very small price, and Funded Next, they give you 15% profit split from the challenge phase, 24-hour payout. FundedSquad is 12-hour payout, and they have like 4 different account models. So that was the top 3 prop firms that I recommend if you are starting out, or maybe you have been trading but you want to expand your funding portfolio, you want to get more funding. Funded Next, FundedSquad, and FTMO are the 3 firms that you should definitely be having your accounts with. So I hope that you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section. And that's it from this video, guys. Bye for now.